Hello, and thank you, Adele, for that beautiful song. Welcome to DBL. It is Monday, November 15th. I am Sam with Al, Jeff, and Erica. All right. Did you all see Adele's big concert special last night? Dressed, let's look at the picture. There she is in that gorgeous black gown. Adele performed at Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles. It was in front of an intimate crowd of the very famous, if you noticed. Adele was promoting her new album 30, which is all about her divorce. And the night also featured a surprise proposal. Spoiler alert, she did say yes. And check out how she was shocked when the lights came up to reveal Adele was there, who then serenaded the couple. Adele also sat down with Oprah, and throughout the night, we learned some new details about her weight loss, her relationship with her father, and of course, more about her divorce from her ex, Simon. Take a look.
It was when I admitted to my own friends who thought I was really happy that actually I'm really unhappy, and they all gasped, like, you know. I feel like it was sort of from there that I was like, what am I doing? The same drive as staying in a relationship, even though you're not happy and you do it for the kids. I think it's as loving as doing that for the kids by leaving and you know, finding your own happiness so that they really know who you are.
And Adele also sang a few of her new songs from her album, including the single Easy on Me. Take a listen.
I changed who I was to put you down first, but now I give up. Go easy on me, baby.
Oh, that shot alone is just like cinematography, like goals. 10 million people tuned in. So this is like Erica's crying already.
I'm not crying. I just got teary-eyed.
Yeah. I'm not crying. You're crying. Break it all down. We're going to break this all down because this was the special of all specials. Absolutely. It felt like appointment television. What did you think of it generally?
Well, I forgot it was on. I was watching Sunday Night Football, right? Like, absolutely. Yeah. So and I was like, oh, Adele's thing's on. I flipped over at the perfect time, right? The sun was going down. The sky was pink and purple. The Hollywood sign was in the background. She sounded phenomenal. I was captivated. She kept me in there, and I wanted to keep watching because it was like you said, the DP was praying right there. When he's like, the director of photography is like, wow, we got it. You know, because not all the time does it, I mean, it's always sunny in LA, right? But not all the time does it turn purple with that background and Adele's voice. I mean, it moved me, not as much as Erica. You're crying over here.
Yeah, well, I just got teary-eyed because, I mean, first, I've always talked about how during the really comeback year of my life, I got a record player, and my only record was Adele, and I would play that for months on end, just flipping it back and forth. And it really was, it was kind of a time in my life where I resonated with so much of what she was singing about, you know, that transition. And I love the idea of, you know, obviously the concert was beautiful, but also seeing her sit down with Oprah in the all white. It felt like this is a truth, you know, and bearing her soul, and then performing on that stage and being in all black and like really pouring her soul out. Like that aesthetic was so beautiful. Sam, I'm wondering how you felt about it because Mark proposed to you at that venue.
Yeah. He did. It was like, I was emotional the whole time. Like if I had a box of tissues next to me, I didn't. I used my sweatshirt. But if I had a box of tissues next to me, it would have been gone within minutes. But yeah, that's where Mark proposed to me. So not only did I have a nostalgic, emotional pull just to that moment with my husband, but everything that she sang about just felt so relatable. And I feel like we've missed that. And every time on this show, we talk about award shows or we talk about celebrities, there's always viewers or us bringing up the fact that it just doesn't feel relatable anymore, that there's some sort of a disconnect between like the elite and everybody else. For some reason, Adele has bridged that gap when she brought up her divorce, when she brought up the alcoholism. Let's first start, because I know that we have all these different beats here that we want to get to. What did you think about her talking about divorce and how she felt embarrassed that her marriage didn't work out?
Well, I think, because I was sitting here and I was watching Erica tear up. I was thinking about Jeff saying he's watching football. Sunday Night Football is the best, and he stopped to watch this. And I was like, what is it, this huge demo that she pulls in? And it's because she talks about like really fighting for your happiness, because when you talk about leaving a partner that's not good for you, sometimes it's kind of easy. They're abusive physically, mentally, and you just need to figure out the logistics in leaving. But sometimes when you're talking about change and moving on, it's gray and it's murky, and it's like, I still love them,
Right.
but it's not right. This doesn't feel right. I feel like I want more, but do I want to blow my life up, blow my kids up? What's my mom going to say? So it's this give and pull, and everybody has it. When it's just like, oh, they hit me, well, yeah, let's go.
Right.
But when it's gray, it's so much more difficult, and she finds a way to illuminate that, and it was just, there's a beauty.
And they still love each other, right? She said that she and Simon live right across the street from one
That's
another.
great.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Well, I also appreciated that she talked about how she thought things were going to be and being unable to break from that idea. She didn't want to get married and have children and then split up, and that was very important to her. And when you go into a union, a commitment like marriage, and there's a thing that you're like, this will never be the way that it is for me, and then you realize, no, this is the road to the way that I thought I never wanted it to be. It does get very gray. I think, when I went through my divorce, it was very much a situation where we looked at each other and said, we're going to end this now before we destroy each other, because that was what we were going to do out of love. That wasn't something that, a lot of people, there has to be a villain, there has to be somebody who was right and someone who was wrong. It doesn't have to be that way. And I think when you make a commitment, especially in front of your community, your circle, you feel like you're not just divorcing a person, you're divorcing your entire life.
Right.
So for her to spell it out the way that she did, I think it's going to be very freeing to a lot of people.
Amen. And Jeff, what else spoke to you? Because she brought up her father, she brought up alcoholism, her weight, the pressure of people when she did lose the weight, anxiety.
Well, I thought one thing that caught my eye and probably other people's was the symbolism. She had the Saturn on her arm and her earrings were Saturn.
And she was at the planetarium.
At the planetarium, right? So I looked up what it meant, and Saturn returns to its home every 30 years, or between 28 and 32 years. 30 is her album, she's 33, so I'm thinking this is a symbol for her. It's a rebirth, right? She's moving forward. She's not just talking about crying, about relationships in the past. You know who I'm talking about, because we're going to talk about her in a little bit. I'm not even going to say her name, but she's moving forward. She's singing about things that broke her, and I always say the things that make you better in life are the things that you fail at, whether it be marriage, whether it be your sobriety, whatever it is. It's not a bad thing. It's a tool to make you better, and that's what she's portraying. That's why I think people are captivated by it, and that's why people are inspired by her.
Wow, I can't believe that you unpacked the whole symbolism of that, but that's
Sherlock Holmes.
Big Jeff isn't as shallow as everyone assumes.
Oh man, we're going to continue to talk about Adele in the break, so make sure that you guys tune in, because there's a lot more Adele. Go to our YouTube, and we're going to tackle some of the other issues that were brought up. We'll be right back.